So good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm honored to be speaking a part of the ET's Doctors' Day. Although when I was told to give a speech at such a prestigious event, my immediate thought was that I was going to choke on stage. Well, thank God it's a doctor's conference. Phew. It's such a wonderful feeling when you know that doctors will always be a body of our world that we'll be able to lean on. In times of need, we always seek a doctor's help. And to all, I would like to say a big thank you. Our world has been through so much in the last 2 years. We could not have made it without you. Happy Doctors' Day. Today, I'm here to talk about my journey, about how a few doctors molded me into being who I am today. It all started when I was 11 years old. I looked like this before I got my vitiligo. I was a typical tomboy. I would play cricket until the sun went down, and I had no intentions of coming back home for nap time. I woke up one summer morning to find a faint white spot on my face. I spoke to my father about it, and I thought, it's probably because I hadn't been dewormed yet. In a while, I thought I would take the syrup and next day it would all go back. But that was far from the truth. I went to a dermatologist and she suggested a couple of medications before diagnosing me with vitiligo. This is what it looked like. She was so extremely calm to me because she saw that my vision steered lower to the ground every single visit. I knew that I was so scared about people asking questions about my face, and she knew that. She was so extremely kind to me. She took me to her side of the table and showed me a product that changed my life. She applied Derma Color, which is a heavy-duty concealer to conceal my spots. I sat in the mirror every single day for 30 minutes to cover it up because I just wasn't able to reveal my true skin yet. I would wear makeup when I was playing sports, during sleepovers, all-night trains, you name it, and I was wearing makeup to every single one of the events. And of course, I was severely bullied in school for looking different. I looked like this. And I wasn't able to reveal my true skin yet because of what people would think about me. Fast forward 8 years, I was still wearing makeup every single wear. I was also diagnosed with 2 ovarian cysts which were growing in size. I was preparing for a laparoscopy, and I had to prepare myself to not wear makeup for the next 2 days. This is a picture right before the surgery. I was still wearing makeup. So the surgery went well, and I went back home. And the very next day, I had a really bad allergic reaction to one of the medications given to me, which sent me into a shock, and I was transported from one hospital to another. I was in extreme pain. I wasn't allowed to drink water, I couldn't speak, and I remained sedated most of the time. After 5 excruciating days, I finally got back home. Only then, realization had struck me. I hadn't worn makeup for all of the days that I was hospitalized. And what was more surprising was the fact that I was treated just like anybody else. Shortly after, I went out bareskinned one day, and I felt the sun on my bare skin. I can't tell you how refreshing that was after 8 years of just wearing makeup everywhere. This was a picture from that day. I went on to gain some confidence, and I created my YouTube channel, talking about my condition and how I use makeup to cover parts of myself. Then I grew more confident, and I went on to model for huge campaigns like Colgate, Fast Track, MAC Cosmetics, this was the first time I saw myself on a billboard, and Cosmopolitan magazine. And now I talk to a camera for a living. Look at me giving a public speech. It's a simple story of how a doctor who once taught me to wear makeup to another doctor just treating me just like a normal person. I blossomed with both of their support. I blossomed because while one showed care to a vulnerable child, the other showed that my life mattered more than what I looked like. They knew how conscious I was because of my face. The doctors in my life have helped shape me and realized that if I treat myself to be as normal as everybody else, others' opinions of me shouldn't matter. If they didn't discriminate me based on how I looked, I shouldn't either. I immensely thank all the doctors who played such vital roles in our journeys and shape us to be the best versions of ourselves without even knowing it. And just by showing that we too are of equal treatment. Thank you for saving us and showing us that we matter. Happy Doctors' Day.